All right, I'm Mike Moreno reporting for DamonWildcats.com, and I'm joined right now by our head men's soccer coach, Bobby McCall. This is the third of our weekly update series that we're posting online. Coach, you guys coming off a real tough loss, and I'm sure your team probably feels a little bit snake bitten right now. A 5-4 loss to Bloomsburg in the previous game, a 3-2 loss in your East Coast Conference opener at St. Thomas Aquinas this past Saturday. Guys got off to a good start with a 2-0 lead in the first half, but then gave up 3 second-half goals.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing overall. I think we've got to the point now where we've had a couple of days to think about it and reflect, and can kind of focus on the positives. You know, the guys they're playing well. We started strong. We got ahead against a good team that finished 4th last year, and we're picked to be 4th again this year. So the positive for us is, we're competing with the top teams in our conference, which is pleasing for us. I think we just got to learn, and it's going to take games, but we got to learn how to finish these games off, because that's, like you said, has been 2 in a row where we probably should have won and put ourselves in a good position, but just didn't finish it off. So, we're only going to get better as we have these experiences, even though they're tough. I think the guys are learning a lot, and we're getting better each week.
Yeah, Stack, a team you mentioned, have finished 4th in the league last year, went to the conference tournament. They're a team with 22 returning players. You have 22 freshmen. So, a big contrast in just the way the rosters are made up.
Yeah, and I think, maybe some of that experience shows. Credit to Stack. They were 2-0 down at halftime, and they came out and they changed things up a little bit, and they put us under a lot of pressure, and they tested us, and they got the reward. So credit to them. And I think, a little bit of that experience probably helped them on the weekend. Maybe our lack of experience has hurt us, but like I said, every game we have like that, we're gaining that experience. So hopefully it's going to help us as we move on.
I'm sure one of the positives to take out is that your offense continues to produce. Multiple goals in 5 straight games now, first time in team history that's happened. And you've also scored first in the last 5 games as well.
Yeah, really encouraging. I mean, we said to the guys, if we weren't scoring and we were conceding, that's a big problem, and that's when you sit there as a coach and it's hard to come up with a solution to that. But the fact is, we're putting the ball in the back of the net. We're dangerous. We feel like we can score against any team. We got guys and the offense that are stepping up. So we just got to work on the other side of it, and we got to work on keeping that lead, and what do we do in certain situations, and how can we get better in those areas. But yeah, definitely encouraging. A lot of guys contributing up top, and we're scoring goals, which is always good.
I want to ask you specifically about the 2 guys who scored for you Saturday. We'll start with Finn Kruger. He put you on top just 38 seconds into the game, kind of intercepted a pass from the Stack goalie and, kicked it into an open net. Just feels like he's a little bit under the radar. He's tied for your team lead in points with 9. He's got 3 goals and 3 assists. But Christian Adnoy's got off to such a good start. Brage Week has had, a game-winning goal in there. I mean, Finn Kruger had a game-winning goal as well, but it just feels like he's under the radar.
Yeah, I think for Finn, he's been kind of consistent from day one without having, a 2-goal game or just a bit like Christian. Christian's had a few games where he scored more than 1 goal, and I think that's kind of highlighted him a little bit, whereas Finn's just kind of he's very consistent. He contributes both with goals and assists, and he's just a hard worker up there too. His goal was it kind of sums him up. He put pressure on the defense, he put pressure on the goalkeeper. He's a pest, he's annoying to play against, and he turned the ball over and he scored. So yeah, he's definitely somebody we've been really pleased with as a freshman coming in and contributing consistently, and also just his work rate. He brings so much to the team. So really pleased for him, and hopefully he can continue that on.
The other goal came late in the first half from Alex Reed. Alex is a redshirt senior for your team. Missed all of last season with an injury, but I think adjusting to a little bit of a new role with this team, where he's coming off the bench, which maybe wasn't the case in years past for him, but still finding a way to contribute.
Yeah, I mean, Alex has been out for so long that I think it's taken him a little bit of time to get a good preseason and then a few games under his belt, but he's really starting to look confident now. He does come off the bench for us, and the thing that I like about bringing Alex off the bench is, often you think someone coming off the bench, the defense of the other team think, all right, we can maybe get a little bit of a rest now, but you put on Alex with his pace and his ability to score goals, and it keeps our levels high, and it makes it very difficult for the opponent. So he's been great. Even though he's been coming off the bench, his attitude is great. He just works hard. He's very consistent. And I'm hoping now that we're getting into a busy time of the season and conference games that he's really going to be able to step up and give us a little bit of experience that maybe we're lacking.
Good to see Alex get on the board. It was his first goal since the 2015 season. Now 14 goals in 53 games played for Alex. He's by far the most experienced player on your team. And important to note, too, the first goal this season for any non-freshman on your team. Yeah. So the freshmen have really carried the weight offensively, as we've documented well throughout the season here. Looking ahead, tough week for you with a couple of really tough opponents on the schedule. I'm sure you're looking forward to a chance to go head to head with these guys. Starts tonight, non-conference game at Gannon. Gannon's a team that made it back into the PSAC conference tournament last year for the first time since 2012, and they've got a number of returning guys. And then looking forward to the weekend, you've got nationally ranked LIU Post coming in here for a league game on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's going to be two tough games, but the challenge for our guys and kind of what we're setting for them is just go out and play, try and play our game, take it to these teams. We know that if we step out against teams that are this good and we play passive or with any fear, they're too good to do that. So we just got to go out and have a go and see what happens. So the guys are excited. They're confident despite, losing a couple of games. I think they see the positives, and I think they believe that they have the ability to cause teams problems no matter who it is. Gannon are really strong. They got a very good coach who's in his second year, who previously was at Mercyhurst and took them to the Final Four. So he's building a really good program. Again, LIU Post, they're the top team in our conference. They're always good, they're always strong, and they're strong again this year. So we're excited because it gives us an idea of where we're at. We lost quite heavily to both these teams last year. The goal this year is to give them a game and go and see what we can do.
What is any extra adrenaline for tonight, knowing that it's a night game? You're under the lights. You're in a not very nice stadium for Division II soccer. Yeah. So any extra adrenaline going in?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting. I think once the guys get out there and the lights come on and they see the facility, I think that's only going to give them more motivation. It's all part of the experience, getting to play different places, getting to play against good teams, and good players want that experience. So I think our guys are excited for it.
Okay. We will have you covered on DamonWildcats.com. Tonight's game is live streamed, so the links are available. Saturday's game, unfortunately, not live streamed, but we will have the live stats run. You can follow along, and like always, we will have you covered at DamonWildcats.com with all the information you need on these two contests. And Coach, we wish you the best of luck this week.
Thank you.